Good evening, everybody! Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, streaming on Treaty 7 land, home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuu Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda Nation, along with the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Welcome back to Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours on November 4th. Extra Life started 15 years ago and has since raised over $100 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2022 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 11 years now. It's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate in links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2022, over $216,000 is raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. So, if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, so for tonight's installment of Raid the Arcade, a New Game Plus. Yes, tonight I'm putting aside my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI, and tonight, for its 35th anniversary of its launch in Japan, tonight I'm going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 3. So let's just dive right on in. Okay, so I'm going to be playing the game not on my Switch as I normally would. Tonight I'm actually going to be playing on my NES Mini. So let's just dive right on into Super Mario Bros. 3. Yeah, so on this day, October 23rd, 1988, is when the game was first released in Japan for the Famicom. It would come to Canada and the US 2 years later in February of 1990. And in true story, I remember this is because me and my sister, we bought our copy of the game together and we pooled our money so that way we could afford to buy Super Mario Bros. 3 together. And the price was $80. Now that's $19.90 $80, and this is a true story. Before I went live today, one thing that I did is that I went and looked in an inflation calculator, and $80 Canadian in 1990 is now worth $161 today. So, yeah, just let that sink into you. So what you could have paid for Super Mario Bros. 3 back then, you could almost get a used whole video game console for that. Like you might be able to get a used PS3 and a bunch of games for that kind of price in today's money. Okay, but anyway, that's all besides the point. Anyway, so let's just dive right in and just play some Mario. Yeah, now this isn't a speed run or anything, or a glitch run, or anything like that. I'm just seeing if the muscle memory still works here. Yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy, like doing anything blindfolded or anything like that. Yeah, but I never learned how to ride a bike, but just like riding a bike, you never forget how. 35 years of muscle memory just coming right back here. Okay, also I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to video game items, so I definitely will be trying to get the warp whistles or anything. Yeah, but I'm not going to try to get to the end of the game and see if I can defeat Bowser by the time my hour is up. Yeah, when all the hype for Super Mario Bros. 3 really started coming out, Let's see. It's just that there was a locally owned indie video store in our neighborhood that did have available for rent a Japanese copy of Super Mario Bros. 3. And I'm sure many retro gamers know who might be watching this, the Japanese Famicom cartridges were only half the size of the North American NES cartridges. So since this video store had a Japanese copy of Mario 3, what they did is that they provided an adapter that would let you play the Japanese copy of the game on a North American system. Like, of course, being being woefully uninformed about the Japanese side of things at the time, me and my sister thought that when the game would be released in North America, that it would still have that same smaller cartridge and would come with the adapter. Of course, we didn't know at the time that the American version of Super Mario Bros. 3 would come in a full-size Nintendo cartridge. With all that wasted space on the inside. Yeah, right now you're balking at how now new games cost $70 or $80. Yeah, well, that's today's money. Yeah, so all you whippersnappers can just get off my lawn when you gripe about how much gaming costs. This was an $80 game back in the day, people. We scrimped and saved our allowances and liked it. Okay, now I do remember that this is... Oops. Okay, now this, and as I said before at the start of the stream, I'm playing here on an NES Mini, so there's no rewind function for me to lean on. Oh. Extra life. Yep, around here we don't call them one-ups. Oops. We call them extra lives. Okay. Now this is an oldie but a goodie. When you reach this block in level 1-3, hold down the down button for a little while and see how you're running behind the background. Run all the way to the end. And you'll meet Toad. And he will give you one of the 3 warp whistles in the game. I'm not going to use it, but I just like getting it. Pick a box! Its contents will help you on your way! You're never going to turn down a super mushroom. Oh, there goes the one up. Oops! I was going to try to make it... I was going to try to make that Koopa eat my tail. Or hit it in the face with my tail in a certain way. Glad to see that after 35 years, or, well, technically 33, yeah, the muscle memory is still there. Oh, almost. Used to be able to get a star every time on that part.
Line up the pictures and get a prize. You only get one try.
Just that I still also think that this, well, let's just call it a slot machine, is rigged. Yeah, let's see. I think I remember the right way to do, and nah. Me and my sister, when we were playing Super Mario, we did have that little slot machine mini game on lock. Like we knew exactly what to do with the timing involved in order to get the star and get a 5-up. But now I'm thinking it might just be dumb luck. Okay, the next warp whistle is actually right up here. Warp whistle number 2. Just fly up the top of the screen, and then run all the way to the right. Press up because there'll be a door hidden there. Grab the chest, and boom! Warp whistle number 2. Now I could use both warp whistles to go straight to Bowser's final level. It's because that if you use the warp whistle when you're in the warp zone island, you'll get a shot of going straight to Bowser's island. Now I know that these tips are all old hat for a 35-some-odd-year-old game, but again, I'm not going to use the warp whistle. I just like holding on to them. Yeah, but there were actually many afternoons once we'd beaten the game. Me and my sister would often spend a whole afternoon to just playing through all of Super Mario 3, just from start to end. Yeah, those were the days. Fire flower. And considering the huge hit of snow we just got in Calgary this afternoon, some fire flower would actually come in pretty handy right about now. Long story short, it's because it took me about 3 hours to get home today on the bus. Yeah, and the buses aren't running in my part of town anyway, since that they can't get up the hill and the roads are icy. So I know it's going to be, and I know the buses won't be running in the morning either. So it's going to be a real long walk to catch the bus in the morning. So just a little bit of commentary there as well. In Calgary, the bus system stinks. But public transit in Calgary didn't stink enough to keep me from streaming games for you tonight. Here for your entertainment, and to spread the good word about Extra Life for Kids. Let's set one up. Yeah, and into a coin you go.
Flip over any 2 cards and see if they match. You can only miss twice.
Okay. Yeah, also in the Nintendo Power Guide to Super Mario Bros. 3, it did have the layout for all of the cards here, so that way you knew which ones in order to do. But sometimes we get a pretty good sixth sense as to which one was which. Oh, I was doing pretty good there if I do say so myself. Okay, Hammer Brother, time for you to go. Okay, I think that if I keep doing the Toad voice every time I go visit his house, it'll just destroy my throat. Okay, it's 10:15 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Super Mario Bros. 3 as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
Oh, it's terrible! The king has been transformed! Please find the magic wand so we can change him back!
Okay, another true tale from my video game childhood. Let's see. When there used to be, I believe, around the same time when the game came out in North America in 1990, there was a season of the classic and Nintendo-based video game series Captain N, that also on NBC, that also had the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. But the thing is, being in Calgary, that meant that our American network coverage on cable TV, it was limited to just stations from Spokane. That was one time zone over in the Pacific time zone. And often that meant that by the time that according to the schedule, it was time for Captain N and Super Mario, the show would often be preempted for sports on the network out east. So the bottom line is, it's just that during that season when Captain N and Super Mario 3 was on the air, I only saw it 3 times the whole year. And it was the same episode every time. It was just so unbelievably repetitive. Now I guess that I just wanted to consume as much video game media as I could, so there was a bit of a disappointment. Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have a closed jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. Yeah, she wasn't known as Peach back then. World 2, here we go. Right, but the following year, when Captain N did the Super Mario World show as well, I didn't see it on its original airing once. Yep, every single week, it was preempted due to sports. Yep, no matter what sports ball was on that week, be it football or baseball, or whatever else was being carried by the network out east on Eastern time. Nope, I never once saw Captain N and Super Mario World when it was on the air. Yeah, so as you can imagine, I was... Yep, 1990 preteen Jason was pretty disappointed. Gotta work on the timing here. The old muscle memory is starting to fade a tiny bit. Ouch. Alright, finally got an extra life. Enough coins to get another. Woohoo! Okay, again, for those of you who are just tuning in, here, let's see. In my off gamer hours, let's see. I'm an accountant by day. I work at a small local firm, and and I also follow the Canada Revenue Agency on Twitter, is because that they post like new tax announcements and tax tips, like stuff I need to know for work. Well, TwitchCon was in Las Vegas this weekend, and one thing that CRA does from time to time is that they tweet stuff that's related to what people are talking to on Twitter at the time, like trending topics and all that. So that meant that all this weekend, CRA was posting like gaming-related imagery as it pertained to tax information. That's because, and sometimes I think that sometimes oh no. I'm trying to talk and play games at the same time. I'm dead. Okay, well, anyway, basically, if you're an accountant or in any way involved in tax or finance in Canada, follow the Canada Revenue Agency on Twitter. If you want to see them too hard to try to cash in on internet trending topics at the time, but yeah, they presented information relevant for game streamers and also gaming memes as well. So your tax coins at work. Okay, into the first fortress. Yeah, I think that their names actually where I work better if you pronounce it like this. Swamp. Okay, go. Yeah, nowadays, Boo Buddy, we call what you got social anxiety. One, two, three, and the quarterback is toast. Okay, let's see what Toad's got here for me. Yeah, mushroom. Not bad, not great either. It'll do in a pinch. And take that, you living embodiment of fire. Ever stop to think about what might be going up through that Koopa Troopa's mind right now as he's continually bouncing back and forth in there? It must be agony knowing that you're just going back and forth, again and again and again, completely in violation of all the rules of physics. But then again, I'm overthinking this. Yeah, it's Mario. You're not supposed to overthink it. Oops, that was my fault. Huber's got the best of me. Oh, come here, Starman! Star! Oh, gotcha! Ain't no point wasting perfectly good Starman. Uh-oh. Huber's once again getting the best of me. Rather got the best of me. Oh, just wore off. Another little tip: if you can grab a Koopa shell and hold it in front of you, you can use it as a shield. Again, I know that this is all very, very old hat stuff for this game, but still, never hurts to brush up on the classics. Oops! Okay, and with that ill-fated demise, it's actually coming up to 10:30 here in Calgary, so this is a good time for a station break. So you're watching me play Super Mario Bros. 3 for its 35th anniversary here on Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and then start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. All go towards your local children's hospital. And then you get to play games for 24 hours. This year, the big day is November 4th, and that's coming up soon, but it can be whatever day that you want. You can play whatever you want, as long as you want, with whoever you want. Again, because with Extra Life, you're healing sick kids with the power of video games. Because every dollar that you fundraise goes towards your local children's hospital so they can continue their life-saving work all year round. Extra Life started 15 years ago and has since raised over $100 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2022 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm Playing Games help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 11 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate the links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2022, over $216,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. long bus ride home today. But anyway, again, in 2022, over $216,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life, and was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. Whoop. So, if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or if you'd like to help me in my fundraising, help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped my link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. Okay, now let's get right back in the action with Super Mario Bros. 3, right here on Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. Let's try that again. Let's not go for anything fancy here. But I think I did see some hidden coins up there. Let's jump. Oh no! Ah. Well, that happened. Okay, let's try taking off from here. Oh yeah, P-Switch! Woohoo! Really racking up the coins! Okay, let's time this right. Okay, I'm not gonna go for the 10 coin block. I just wanna clear this level and move on. Okay, it's now time for the match game. Okay. Alright. 10 coins right there. Oh, that one was pure luck. Let's see. And that's how you do it in Vegas, baby. Oh, man. Oh, man, I hate this level. Yep, it's the scary sun. Of course, you get caught up in the whirlwind unless you hit it at just the right angle. Whoops. Definitely not that angle. Yeah, take that, flame orb. I always like getting Mario in mid direction change like that. It's like jumping through the doors when you go to face the final boss in Mega Man. You gotta do it in mid-jump, so that way when the transition happens, you're in the T-pose. Yeah, I know there's all kinds of coins and stuff up above me in the upper part of this level, but I just lack the required power-ups to do it. Okay, let's get up another good hit of speed and to the skies! Oh, extra life! Okay, another little side note, if you wipe out an enemy with a shield, they don't respawn. Okay, I know one of these blocks is a P-switch, so I literally destroyed perfectly good money. More coins, more coins, more coins. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, I actually played new Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. In particular, it's because it had that coin collecting gimmick where you had to try to collect, like, what was it, like 1,000,000 gold coins or something like that? I actually liked it. All the coin collecting adding something new to the gameplay. Like I was trying just to try to find new things to do in order to try to get the coin. Always try to get that money. Okay, don't think there's enough room for me to take off. I don't think. Yeah, there's no hidden stuff up above anyway, so. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, let's see if I can get... Okay, I think that this may actually be a bit of a lost cause here. Yeah, that was a bad investment. Yeah, take that, Chain Chomp. I'm gonna turn you into coins. Okay, let's see if the old method can work here. Let's see. And I think that this one, you gotta line up the middle one when it lines up with the one that you want. So let's give it a try. Nope. He's got a shower cap on. That's what me and my sister called it when the lineup game ended up like that. Oh, I completely powered down over one boomerang, brother? Okay, now let's enter the Lost Pyramid. Yeah, the underground music in Super Mario 3 kind of added that bit of a funky beat aspect to the original from Mario 1. Well, we've got to say, it was late 80s, early 90s. Rap and hip-hop was really coming into its own then. And I need a projectile of my own just so that I can move on. Oh, okay, I actually meant to do that. Let's just try and do this again. Alright, got the music box. You use that item, and it makes all the wandering Hammer Brothers on the map fall asleep, so you can sneak right past them. But, however, that is not what I'm going to use. It's because that if you use the hammer here on this rock, it opens up a new section of the map, and there is a new Hammer Brother waiting for you. A hidden one. Oh, fire-breathing ones. And they give you the third and final warp whistle. I got a frog suit. Not very useful here in the desert, but... Okay, again, I'm not going to use those warp whistles. I just like holding on to them. Okay, Jason, now you can smash the bricks apart on your own with your mighty raccoon tail, so be a little bit more careful this time. Ah. Oh, that was a dead end. Okay, any cheapo power-ups that I could use up? It doesn't look good. Okay, let's just keep on moving. Oh. Okay, I was just trying another little trick in the game there, but it literally backfired on me. Oh no! You're not get away from me that easy. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't think I can... Ah, there we are. Oh, this was a 10 coin. Or it was. Or maybe I was just hitting the coin above it. Yeah, it was the one above it. get those last two again. There. Okay, it's 10:45 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Super Mario Bros. 3 for its 35th anniversary here on Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. You want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. And another Extra Life.
Okay, Mario, you were pretty good at the flip card game before, but let's see how you do this time.
Okay, off to the castle, and let's finish World 2. Yeah, again, I'm not going to read out all the Toad dialogue again. Again, that will just destroy my voice. Yeah, the worship sections just become pure Twitch gaming. Just let your reflexes take over. I think those characters that throw the wrenches at you, whoops, are called Monty Moles or something. But why do they have have those turtle shells on back? Is it all part of the Koopa Army uniform? Uh-oh. Oh, one of the Koopalings got me good. I used to remember all their names. I think the story goes is that the localizers at Nintendo of America gave the Koopalings all names that alluded to people in pop culture and popular musicians that were in the late 80s and 1990. Whoop. Something that's not in anymore, my gaming skills. Okay, where is it? Okay, we're cashing one of my Starmen on here. Oh man, I must be getting rusty. Man, if it's taking me this many tries, just to beat the second world in Mario 3, it has been a long time. That was too close. Okay, while we're on the topic of Mario 3, let's see. Longtime viewers will know that I go to PAX West in Seattle almost every year. I went this year, but a few years ago, the game that wrapped up the Omegathon gaming tournament was Super Mario Bros. 3, and they did it the Wizard style. So what they did is that they recreated the Video Armageddon scene from the movie, like complete with all the graphics and everything, and still it was the same concept. The winner of the tournament was whoever got the farthest in Super Mario 3 in a couple minutes. In fact, I think another year that I went to PAX West, the final game definitely was Super Mario Maker. In fact, and it was a PAX-themed level created by Nintendo, I think. But one of the final Omeganauts said, "I've never played a Mario game," so... Greetings, you can stomp on your enemies using Gooba's shoe. I've enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Okay, now time for a nice leisurely dip in the ocean here in the water world. And of course, here you quickly learn that the frog suit is just all kinds of awesome for the water levels. You swim like a fish, or rather, frog. Ribbit. Oh, and of course I lose it right away. Whoa, that was too close. Egg. Help me. Oh yeah, just slide right on by. I guess I can't enter that pipe. With this plant that spits out these fire globes, it'll be a little bit too tricky for me just to try to get those power-ups, but... Oh, so close! Okay, let's just go with a ranged weapon. And for some reason, fire still works underwater. Okay, that did not work as well as I planned it. If there's anything below here. Ah, yes, there is. But I don't think I can get there right now. Let's just move on. Okay, there's 5 minutes left to go on my stream. I promised I wouldn't do this, but let's use the warp whistles. And again, if you use another warp whistle while you're on Warp Zone Island, you get to make a beeline straight to World 8 and Bowser's underground domain. Okay, now if I was doing this badly in courses in the early levels of the game, just imagine what it'll be like here when it just becomes pure Twitch reflex gaming. Oops. Just hope I don't use up all my remaining lives. Oops! Well, I do have that P-wing. I could cheat and fly all the way up to the top and avoid all the danger below. I'm just thinking, like when you got the fire flower and you become Fire Mario, you should be immune to fire. Like you're literally wielding fire, so how can you get hit if you get hit by fire? Yeah, there it is. Classic NES slowdown. Yep, that's one thing that the developers of the NES Classic did not fix. Alright, you got a Starman and got past the first wave of Bowser's defenses. Okay, now his nautical defenses. Oops. Okay, Jason. Last chance. Make it count. Just let your reflexes take over in levels like this. Okay, once again, I'm overanalyzing this, but it seems like the cannon placement is not optimal for all this mobile artillery batteries. Ooh, and the naval forces have been defeated. Okay, I know that one of the hands is gonna... Oh! Oh man, one of the big Hammer brothers. All right, leaf power up. You know, it's actually a random chance if the hands of doom will suck you into the parts of the bridge. But there's power-ups waiting for you at the end, so might as well claim them all. These levels are short and sweet, and if you know what you're doing, you get a power-up in no time flat. Okay, no, that one sucked me into the... Ah, cheeps! Oh! Oh, no. That's it. Game over. Okay, and that was game over for me as well. It's because it's 11:02 here in Calgary, so it's time to wrap things up for the evening. So, you've been watching me play Super Mario Bros. 3 for its 35th anniversary as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This was a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. If you want to play games and heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and coworkers. That'll go towards your local children's hospital. And then you get to play games for 24 hours. This year the big day is November 4th, and it's coming up real soon, but you can play whenever you like. Wherever you like, with whoever you like. Again, it's all good because every dollar that you fundraise through Extra Life goes toward your local children's hospital so they can continue their life-saving work all year round. Extra Life started 15 years ago and has since raised over $100 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2022 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 11 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate links below, or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2022, over $216,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in fun and help out because kids can't wait. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or, again, if you'd like to help me in my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped my link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. Well, thanks again for tuning in and watching me play Super Mario 3 here on tonight's installment of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. I'll be back Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and as always, kids can't wait. Good night, everybody.